everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are building our last build on Primrose and we're building this little sweet house here. This is Deirdre's house. I've already customized the interior and exterior of Deirdre's house because she kind of lives in like a shed thing and it's kind of strange and it didn't match my theme at all, so I needed to change that as soon as. There's a couple of areas I'm going to add into this build around Deirdre's house as well, and you'll see those as we go along in the video and I'll also talk about them of course. But before we get started, I'd love it if you could like, comment and subscribe. Come join the Jellybean family. Now let's get started with this build. So from this angle you can probably see the beach right to the right side of her house, and yeah, we are going to be building on that beach today. It's just a really small little beach area, so it's not going to be too much. We've also got this whole space next to Deirdre's house on the left, which if you watched my Adobe video, it's basically in between his house and her house, so we're going to be doing that area as well. Also across that little bridge you just saw, there is a tiny little island which I'm also going to be decorating, and I kind of did the island just because, you know, I wanted something to be there, if that makes sense. I didn't just want land, I wanted to make this cute little island, and yeah, that's why I did it. By the way, I will admit I went into building this not having a clue what I wanted to do, and I just kind of improvised the whole thing as I went along, and it turned out nice, so that's the main thing. Well, the main thing is that I like it and I hope you like it too. But as you can see, we're doing a lot of wiggly wormly pathway. Why did I call it that? Wiggly wormy pathway, I don't know, but we'll just ignore that. Wiggly wormy pathway, and then I'm going to plop these trees here and we're going to knock those down so they're just little stumps. I didn't want it to block the way, but I also wanted the stumps there, and I think they look really cute. I always forget that we can knock down the trees and leave the stumps, so I'm so happy I remembered for this build. I see a lot of people do it on their islands, so yeah, it's definitely a cute idea. Also, if you didn't know, if you have smaller trees that haven't grown in properly yet to their full size, if you knock them down you get little tiny little stumps, and they are so cute. They're so adorable and they look perfect for fairy core islands, I think, or maybe kid core islands. Yeah, I just love them. They look like tiny little stumps and it's just precious. Now over here we're just going to be placing some flowers, and I want to give Deirdre a kind of florist area, and I also want to give her some beekeeping hives on the right side of her house. I just feel like that's what she'd do. She'd love to look after the bees, she'd also love to look after plants. She comes across as a person who would love to have flowers, so she definitely has those inside her house. I remember what I did with this house because I literally did it not long ago, but yeah, she definitely comes across as the sort of deer that would have loads of plants everywhere and also want to look after bees. I was going to have Fauna instead of Deirdre, but I decided not to. I think I'm going to save Fauna for maybe a winter island or something. I'm not too sure. It depends if I actually do a winter island. I definitely would save Fauna for a forest core island in the future, but I thought Deirdre was a very nice choice since Deirdre comes across as quite an older name as well, so that's why I chose her. At this moment in time, I've got to finish my house, decorating that, and I have to finish a few of the villager houses as well, and then there's like minimal beach decoration, which is not worth recording if I'm honest. And then hopefully the DA should be out next Wednesday or at Friday at the latest, so I'm so excited. I can't wait for everyone to be able to visit and tag me in photos and stuff like that. It'd just be so much fun. This island has just been so relaxing to build. This is probably the most relaxing island I've ever built, and I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but sometimes building an island can be very, very stressful, especially when I'm trying to get it built for a video, if that makes sense. I feel like sometimes I can rush myself towards the end and then I end up not really having fun with it anymore, but this island has been the whole way through. I've been so relaxed with it and I've had so much fun. I'm actually gonna miss this island. I know some of you will probably be like, well, just keep it, you know, don't delete it, but I have to because I have some big amazing plans for the next island, so yeah, I can't wait to get stuck into those, and I hope you guys will enjoy that series as well. So I've been yapping on about other things. We're gonna actually talk about this build now, and of course we're using flowers, bushes, wheat field and tall garden rocks in this area just because I love how natural it looks. And then over here I'm putting some of that lovely grass flower coat down, and on top of this I'm going to be putting some beekeeper hives. I'm using 4 beekeeper hives for this build, and I really wish I'd put the little honeycomb thing down, but I didn't have any in my storage, so maybe I'll try and get some by shaking some trees, and I'll probably get stung no doubt, and I'll probably go and put that there before I set a DA. I bet I forget. Another thing I also need to try and remember that I did write down and I've lost the little piece of paper is to make sure I get some seaweed when I go diving, because I need the seaweed to put around the beach. And no doubt I'll probably forget, like I have for the whole time I've been building this. I was gonna get seaweed as soon as I started doing my first beach build, and I never have got it yet, so let's hope I remember, because I don't know where the piece of paper went. Are we in the bin? By the way, I really love how much the yellow flowers are popping right now. Oh my gosh, they look so cute around her house. I still don't know what time of day I'm gonna set this DA for. I was kind of toying with 5 a.m. I was like, no, maybe 6 a.m. so it's a little bit brighter, but I'm not too sure. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. What sort of time do you think I should set for this DA? Because I don't have a clue. By the way, this little table that I've placed down is the ranch low board, just in case you wanted to know, because I have got it backwards so you can't see the front of it, because it looks kind of cute this way, and I'm using it just for the potted plants. So just in case you were wondering, because I know it's not a normal item that I normally use. So yeah, there it is. Now over here we are using this lovely wooden code with little leaves on it as well. And by the way, all the codes that I'm using in today's video and any of the other videos is listed in the description down below. So if you see anything you like, you'll find it right down there. I've also tried to list as many of the creators' socials that I could find, so that you can go over to their socials like Twitter or Instagram or anything and go and give them some love on their amazing designs. I've realized there is a lot of flowers and a lot of bushes in this build, but also quite a few items. See, just here we've popped down the pergola. I really wanted to put it somewhere on my island. I thought here was perfect in between Dobie and Deirdre's house. We're also going to put the little pathway going around it, as you can see what I'm doing right now, and it's just kind of cute, you know. It kind of gives it a little walkway. I don't know, I just kind of like it, and it adds that pop of color, but also keeps within the color scheme that we were going for the rest of this island. And now either side of the pergola we are popping down the round topiaries. I really like these. They just look really nice because they're like a nice structured bush, if that makes sense. That's basically what they are, right? And then that item I've just placed down is the maypole. So I know a lot of you ask about the maypole item, and basically if you're in the northern hemisphere you can get the maypole item between the 15th and the 21st of June, and this is from the seasonal section in the Nooks shopping app. Also, if you're in the southern hemisphere you can get it between the 15th and the 22nd of December. Like I said, this is available in the Nooks shopping app, or if you don't have the app yet, it will be available at the resident services in the little kiosk. Be sure to check the seasonal stuff very often because you get some really cool items in there. But now we are on the beach, decorating the beach, and of course we can't do any beach decoration without some clotheslines. I feel like this standard for this side and this end of the beach. We all do it. Come on, let's be honest. We all put clotheslines on the beach near villager houses. And if you don't, are you even an Animal Crossing player? No, seriously, we all do it. And then obviously I'm going to be popping some codes along the beach as well, and I'll go back later on and plant some flowers just so that they don't grow and they stay like little grassy things like that one at the bottom of the screen. And then I wasn't actually going to decorate the rocks until I decided to decorate this one and put a cute little picnic blanket on it. Don't expect the other rocks to be decorated because they won't. Rockeration isn't my favorite thing to do. I mean, it's hard enough decorating the beaches, let alone having to decorate the rocks as well. And now remember that little island over the bridge I was talking about at the beginning of the video? Here it is. I can finally show you it because it's not covered in hundreds of bushes. It literally was covered with bushes so that I was able to move them around this area, because this is the only area that had nothing on it that I could store the bushes on. So yeah, that was what it looks like, and now the bushes that are left are in my storage. So there you go, you can see it right there. But this is that little island I was talking about, and if you actually cross over this bridge that goes straight down, it will take you towards the castle walls, and on the right is Molly's house. If you haven't seen the video yet of me building Molly's little cottagecore dream home, definitely go watch it. It was a super cute fun build. I really enjoyed building her house. I've decorated the exterior and the interior of her house now, so it definitely looks so much better with all the colours matching nicely together. So yeah, we're basically just gonna make this look like a really cute area to come and sit and maybe have some afternoon tea or some sandwiches and stuff like that. So I will be popping down a table and then somewhere cute to sit as well. But I did want to make it look really natural at the same time like the rest of my island. So I am going to be using bushes and flowers, of course, and wheat field, but I wanted to make it a bit more, I don't know, cozy. And I feel like these plain fairy lights arch does definitely make this area feel so much more cozier, and so does the swinging bench. It just looks so adorable. Look, I can't wait to see a little villager sit there and take a cute cute little photo of them. I think I've probably said this in a previous video before, but I wish the villagers would interact with the stuff more. So basically, I wish there was more interactions with things. Like, you see that well over there? I wish that a villager would go up and maybe chuck a bell inside. That would be kind of cute. Or look down the well, pretend they're making a wish, that sort of thing. I feel like it would just make the game feel so much more realistic, like the villagers are actually real rather than just walking around and sitting and laying, which is basically all they do. I know they occasionally go up to stuff and tap it and then it does something and then they just smile, but that's kind of it. And I really would like to see some more interactions. I mean, I'm sure it's an easy thing to pop into this game, right? Just give us another update where the villagers interact more with stuff and I'd be happy with that. I'd be super happy. We could take some really cute photos and everything would just feel so much more adorable. But anyway, enough dreaming about what could be. We have finished the build, so let's take a look around. So that's it, everyone. We have finished the build today on Primrose. This was a really cute area to build for Deirdre and I actually really enjoyed doing it. I think my favourite part is probably her house area. I really like how the ranch table looks with the little potted plants on. I think it's so super duper cute. Maybe I'll go back and add a watering can though, because I feel like that would help complete the whole area. Now if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. Also comment down below, even if it's just hello. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Come and join the Jellybean family. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!